Initially, they work extremely well, and so you think they're safe. Unfortunately, they turn on you pretty rapidly. That little innocent sleeping pill became something that was quite dangerous and nearly took my life.
Alesandra Rain started taking prescription sleeping pills after a bad car wreck and a wrecked marriage.
I think between the pain and the stress of the divorce, I just wasn't able to sleep.
Soon she was hooked, taking 60 Ambien and 240 other sleep meds every month, mixing them with hundreds more pills for pain and depression.
And by the end, I was on 1,000 pills a month.
She said her skin turned gray, her health diminished. If she didn't break the habit,
I'd be where Michael Jackson is, and Heath Ledger, and Brittany Murphy, and Anna Nicole. No question. So if it could happen to someone like me, it could happen to anybody.
A study by the National Sleep Foundation found 30% of American women use some sort of sleep aid at least a few times a week. Other research shows 84% of new moms experience insomnia.
It is rough. You don't get any sleep after you have kids.
I use Benadryl, like 50 milligrams before I go to sleep.
I take the Tylenol PMs.
Sleep psychologist Dr. Kimberly Justice says just being a woman makes you more prone to sleep problems. From menstruation to pregnancy to menopause.
All of those types of things definitely add to sleep disruption.
The American Academy of Sleep Medicine recommends using hypnotics like Ambien, Lunesta, or Sonata only once or twice a week for a few weeks.
The reality is that many of these women are using those medications much more long-term, months to, over years.
Like cocaine and crystal meth, you can build up a tolerance to sleep meds.
So in order to get the same effect, you actually have to increase the dosage.
That can lead to an overdose. And mixing the drugs with alcohol is dangerous too.
It could be deadly, absolutely.
You should also avoid grapefruit and grapefruit juice while on sleep meds. The fruit can make the drugs absorb into your bloodstream faster and cause oversedation. So what's the safest way to get a good night's sleep?
The general rule is that we use our bed for sleep and sex only.
Dr. Justice says problem sleepers should not read, watch TV, or think about their troubles in bed.
Our bed is supposed to be a cue for drowsiness and falling asleep. When we get into this anxious cycle, what happens is bed becomes a place and a cue for staying awake and being anxious and worrying.
Quit the caffeine at 4 p.m. Stay off your computer, iPad, and smartphone around bedtime. The light can mess with your melatonin and make it tough to get to sleep. And if you think a shower will help you relax, Dr. Justice says, think again.
Showers and bathing can be pretty alerting.
Her best advice, remember the 20-20 rule. If you can't sleep, get out of bed for 20 minutes.
Do a calming activity in a low light environment.
Then get back in bed for 20 minutes. If you're still awake, try it all again.
Oh, yes, you're so
For Alesandra, rehab was the answer to her sleep and sleeping pill problems.
I had wished I was hooked on heroin. I would have been through it a lot quicker. What started as my biggest mistake in life was heading down this path turned out to be this most enormous gift that I wouldn't change for anything.
She now runs her own nonprofit, helping others from around the world overcome their prescription addictions. I'm Andrew McIntosh reporting.
How about that? Do you remember when you said you weren't going to make it?